Homemade bread, homemade turkey.
We don't make dried turkey over here. Let's make some turkey sandwich meat. First and foremost, I did not pay $14.47 for that. It was half off. Otherwise, I wouldn't have purchased it. That price is way too high for turkey. Because it's turkey, I'm going to start by doing a wet brine. I'm pouring salt, sugar, peppercorns, and a few bay leaves. If you don't want to use sugar, Google another recipe. This is just how I do it. Also, I know somebody's going to say stupid Americans always put sugar in everything. Well, I'm American, so this is how we learned. Bring your brine to a boil and then cool it down by throwing in some ice cubes. You do not want to put your meat in warm water. You got to wait till it chills out. Because this is turkey, you can let it brine overnight, but if it was chicken, I would probably only let it brine for a couple of hours. Letting chicken wet brine too long can change the texture of the meat. I did, however, let the turkey dry in the refrigerator overnight uncovered. I'm going to use a tiny bit of my homemade garlic oil. I'm just using it itsy bitsy bit so that the seasoning has something to coat to. We're not trying to crisp up the skin like we normally would. I'm going to season with poultry season, onion powder, and garlic powder. I'm not going to add any additional salt because we had a lot of salt in our brine. I've had a lot of companies send me wireless meat thermometers, but I still just go back to my trusty wire thermometers because they work so well. You can find them in my Amazon store. Please don't forget to take out the paper towel before you put this in the oven. I will never forget somebody trying to blame me for burning down their kitchen. We're going to preset the cook tip to 165 degrees Fahrenheit and stick it in the oven at 325 degrees. Once you hit that 165, take it out, let it cool. It's much easier to slice when it's completely cooled. Trust me when I tell you to grab your sharpest knife. Dry turkey, where? Look at that juice. We're cutting super thin slices because remember, we're making this for sandwich meat. I do owe you guys a video on how I sharpen my knives because you do need a really sharp knife to cut this thin. Otherwise, it'll just make your life so difficult. Now let's make a turkey sandwich. 2 slices of my homemade bread that I made yesterday. Put whatever you want on it. I'm doing mayo, mustard, and I really like turkey with Swiss cheese. So I'm going to throw some Swiss cheese on Swiss cheese? I'm going to throw some Swiss cheese on this bad boy too. I debated also toasting this. That would be so good, but you guys, we nailed it. It's a game changer when you make your sandwiches with